Welcome to the massive guys. We are finally back again for another reaction on the one and only Mystelics reaction, guys. This is gonna be the first one out of two that I'm gonna be dropping here today, guys. The second reaction will be in the first comment in the comment box below, guys, so you can definitely check this out a bit later on when it drops right there. And then, guys, big up the greatest YouTube family in the entire universe right there. Big up all this man, the Mystelics YouTube family out large all over the place right there, guys. I just want to say I appreciate you guys for definitely tuning into another reaction video. And of course, no comments there. Big up all yourself one time for definitely tuning into this here reaction video. This is of course where I give my viewpoints on a number of things pretty much pertaining to that of Dominica, the Caribbean, and the Caribbean diaspora by extension right there. And then if you've not done so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification, guys, so you can get that vibrations when I drop them, fire them, hit them bangers. We're dropping bangers like whoa, man. Definitely subscribe, click the bell, and then of course click all so you'll be pretty much notified when I drop my videos right there. And then, and to the Mystelics family, give this video a thumbs up. Click the thumbs up button right now, guys. That will help the YouTube videos to get more and more all over the place right there. So definitely click the thumbs up button. That's how the algorithm of YouTube works. Why we tend to tell you guys, give this video a thumbs up, not only if you like it, but also to help push the videos further and further to the masses out and large all over the place right there. And then, guys, I have to eat my lunch in a moment, but let's get into the vibrations right there, guys. This is something I saw or that was sent to me right there. I have to make it bigger so you guys can see. Let's start from the top. Let's start from the top. This person has written right there, lift your sights a bit higher from the immediate aim of voting and direct it towards the bigger picture, which I don't think that people tend to see. They don't see the bigger picture in this. They want to see, oh, I want to get for me, all me, man. They don't tend to see the bigger picture right there. But of course, direct your attentions to that of the bigger picture of all the possible interests of the country, not for yourself. And of course, when the country benefits, you in turn will definitely benefit as a result of the country's beneficial. This is why we tend to talk about the growth factors of Dominica. What is happening with the growth factors of Dominica? They died. They have dead. They have deaded themselves to die. Brothers and sisters, I can understand these things right there. It's rather unfortunate that they killed the growth factors, the growth sectors of Dominica, and they're coming back again for you to vote them back in, for them to do what? Reset. 18 years. Anyways, for an advocate of the opposition whose highest and most urgent priority is to win an election and therefore replace the current regime soonest, there is no value higher and no action more urgent than doing electoral reform. This is why it's so important. Electoral reform is there or is needed for free and fair elections to reflect the will of the people. But apparently the Prime Minister doesn't see it as that. He wants to have his re-election legacy back and forth in the beginning just for himself, not for the betterment of the country. Because if he was actually doing things for the country, you would have actually seen things taking place where, hey, we can actually have more of this, more jobs being created as a result of this put in place. Not begging, people going and beg, and then we're celebrating 44 years of independence. Abir, there is no value and no action more urgent than doing electoral reform, even as yet unseen proposals for election reform right now with no delay. November is when electoral reform should have taken place. The effectiveness, stability of or durability of the political system and the country country as a whole are of little concern, it seems. This is what I'm telling people. It seems like what is happening in Dominica is of little concern to people. Let me go and see war. Let me see war. There's another video I think maybe I should post it in this one. I don't know. We'll see. Let the spirit lead, man. Yes, the spirit shall lead. For sitting government, however, effectiveness, stability, and durability are the highest priorities, or should be the highest priorities. If most of us citizens were aware of the dangers facing our country, we would not sleep at night. That give me goosebumps in my gullet. We would not sleep at night if we knew the dangers facing the country as a result of one man making himself king. If you notice, guys, notice when if you watch the present things that are taking place, the campaigns and what have you, you will notice that every time Scary comes in the building, it seems like there's a king arriving. So the person speaking has to stop. I saw this with Reggie. Scary came into the crowd, and then I guess he was talking, giving all his viewpoint and whatnot, and then Scary came in and just interrupted him. And started dancing and doing that in his hand as if, I don't know what he doing in the air. He tried to hit something, I don't know. But he there doing this, and Reggie had to stop talk. Go to the side, let the king come in. The king has arrived. You belittling yourself as if what you were saying has no relevance whatsoever. Then again, sometimes what they're saying have no relevance to actuality or reality at all. But that is how it is. They have made himself, or he has made himself, the king of Dominica, and people have to bow down. Foolish, not realizing it's all you that putting him there, and he's making himself a king on the merit of what you have done. Boy, that is something else. Reforms, especially reforms to the processes that distribute power, are to be done with great deliberation, reflection, rationality, poise, and calm. Nobody should be trying to give people money to vote for them. That is treating, that is bribery, that is treating, bribery and treating. These are values of good governance right there. That is what a government should uphold. But instead, no, he wants to maintain power. Have his people making him look like a king so that the people themselves can then think of him as a king. He has made himself that. I mean, look how the infrastructures that have been built. It's not to help Dominicans. Look, they post up a sign in Portsmouth for the government officials to live nice and lavish. For them to live nice and lavish in the big offices. They can make a little building and what? No. They want to make big, nice, large buildings. Not for the people, but for the people who apparently are the individuals of the north. For them to have nice big buildings, nice space, emerald things all over. In a country that is not doing well, you want to be building with emeralds and all kind of things in this building. For what? That have nothing to do with the elevation of the people. These are values of good governance. That is why in the 44 years of the Constitution, there has been so little tinkering. Nothing much has happened. Only the thing that we're seeing is based on development of the construction industry, which has been handed over to the foreigners. They have handed it over to the foreigners on the basis of what? A man have to then complain, give me a little work now, please. Truckers have their truck in over, give me a little work, please. Well, are you supporting me? Who's your family members? Nothing has happened. No, what has happened? Sometimes I believe it's me that in a twilight zone or something. Guys, what has happened to the development of Dominica? What has developed in Dominica? What? Labor rights out there, please let me know what has been developing in Dominica that can actually help the people. They're giving you houses and you say, I get house for free. But in your house and you can't pay your bill because you're not making money. Or you're making little money just for you to survive. They're giving you little dregs. How do you see your future in this though? How? But anyways, this is what scares you guys.
On November 18th, we're all going to get nominated. Who want to run against us can come. Who don't want to run against us, then chupool, ladies and gentlemen.
Scary, does freak me out sometimes. Anyways, guys, let me just show you this. So apparently, there are 15 constituencies. We go up further. This is what you see right there. So people didn't contest. The United Workers Party, nobody didn't contest. Only this individual was contested, so they automatically get the positions right there. Darren Pinard of Collio won this. Well, defaulted the seat. Cottage Roland defaulted the seat. Lucky here defaulted the seat. Julian defaulted. Pity Savan. Irvin defaulted Roosevelt Valley, and of course Roosevelt Skerrit defaulted Vickers right there. Now 15 seats remain to be contested for December 6th. Duly nominated, these are the individuals right there: Joe Nelia Alfred of the DLP, Cassie Bruce, and Kelvin Cadet, who was gone up as an independent candidate. Grand Bay, Vince Henderson, not from Grand Bay, has done nothing in St. Joe, but hey, he in Grand Bay, Grand Bay, Riyadh, man. Can't believe this is what the Grand Bay people allowed themselves to be. But hey, that's what they did. Lyndon Peters. And it's interesting, who is not like the Grand Bay people were the ones who selected Vince now. Your parliamentary representative is supposed to come from you. But Skerrit say, no, let me put that person there in your stead. Let me put that person there. So that person will do my bidding, not your bidding. If it's your people that come out and you put a representative to represent your people, then obviously that person will need to do your bidding. Is you that put the person there. But when it's scary them taking people and putting your constituency and tell you to vote for these people so that they can take over, but it's not for your benefit now. What has Vince done? I remember when Vince was thing, they go and clear the park, Geneva Park. What has happened as a result of that? Is there bush again in Geneva Park? What has Vince done since he came in? I mean, it's not a, it's Anyways, Lyndon Peters, Team Unity Dominica went up. Henry, Independent. Then you have Jason Fontaine going up as Team Unity Dominica. Interesting. Dr. Cassandra Williams, DLP. I heard somebody say, well, I saw somebody say this thing right there. The independent candidates are all paid apparently. Jason was on stage 2 nights ago. He was in the Roseau thing 2 nights ago saying no reform, no elections. Yet still he's there. Interesting. What is he doing there? No reform, no election, but you're going to contest. Isn't that going against what you were saying before? Which makes reference to why people believe that the independent candidates are being paid. I'll explain why it doesn't make sense to be running in this election a bit later on. So guys, keep it locked. Keep it locked with your boy. Then he picked up his check. That's what this individual is saying. Picked up his check, which is still unable to cash, and nominated himself. So he picked up his check, which is still unable to cash, and nominated himself. Well, that is a forward right there from whoever stated this thing. I'm not sure if this is true or not, but it's rather interesting on the basis that he was actually on stage saying no election, no reform, no elections, but he's participating. That's kind of contrary, ain't it? Anyways, too many traitors in Dominica apparently. The independent candidates. There's hands on my camera. The independent candidates received half cash and the other half in a post-dated check. So I guess they can only get it. That's what the person is saying. I don't know if this is true or not, but it seems like that is the case right there. A number of persons most likely got checks so they can run. So it'll look like a legitimate election. It'll look like a legitimate. If all 21 seats did not contest and scary them decide, hey, I'm taking this seat, we take this seat, it'll look like it was a sham because nobody contested. That's what should have happened, but no, 15 seats all you can make. It'll look like a sham to the outside world. How come you contested by yourself and expect to win? Obviously, they knew what would have been taking place. They said no election, no reform. No reform, no elections. But people still going up, Papa. Go up still. Anyways, this is Salisbury right there. Salisbury, Lindsay and Jesma Paul, Independent. Vincia went up for Independent. Kozia, go up for DLP. Muta, who's that? That is a lady. Independent. So 2 independent for Salibia constituency. St. Joseph have a set of them. Tiani was making a set of noise, but now I see you go up, Papa. Go up, Papa. 3 independent go up for St. Joe. Then you have Darren, Mr. They're not the partner I was talking about the book thing, no boy. Guys, let me get that video here. Let me get that video. I'll get that in a while. It is Irving Pascal, Independent. So you see the number of these people right there. I have to read everything. Tyra, Independent. Right? So Tyra's APP. Yeah, Tyra, they fight from APP, man. How come it's not APP that with all the APP talk she was giving there? How come they so she go for Independent, not for APP. Okay, Papa. Yes, it's most likely. I personally believe that she was paid, but it could be she wasn't paid. I have to say that for video. Fidel Grant is for thing and whatnot. Let me get that other video for you guys. Hold on a while. So concerning Darren Tevin Lloyd, this is what you have to say right there, guys.
I would also like to see, and my priority is going to be on the youth and the elderlies. Not saying that, you know, I will not be aside. I would also like to see, and my priority is going to be on the youth and the elderlies. Not saying that, you know, I will not be looking for other people, but my priorities will definitely.
What did you? Oh.
Looking for other people, but my priorities will definitely be the youth and the elderlies. So I would like to see more book clubs you know, I would like to see more young people actively engage in these sort of things.
Guys, so this is Senju Pal Rep candidate. Now, don't get me wrong. Nothing wrong with wanting book clubs and wanting people to get involved in reading. Nothing wrong with this thing. You're a candidate going up, facing the present situation that Dominica has. No jobs, very little opportunity in Dominica. And you think the best idea that you have to come on camera is to tell people that you want to have a book club. I want to know how you're going to read on a hungry stomach. I want to know where we're going to have this book club there, sir. We're going to have a book club in the park. We have a set of seats circling each other, reading book. And we don't know how we get in money. We don't know how to get it tomorrow. Thank God Dominica can sustain itself when it comes down to produce. But to elevate yourself in the standing, you're talking about book club.
God have mercy upon us.
How you, boy, I tell you. But anyways, let me continue. So we're seeing right there that more people. Mao is another constituency. Mao. Okay. Kasani, yes, Kasani. I saw a video of them dancing. Let me see if I get that video for all you guys. I will talk. Let me continue. I'll get that video afterwards. Anthony, so you can see the number of individuals are going up there, number of independent immunity. Carlos, well, if there's anybody I want to win is Carlos, because Marigot, with Carlos going for Marigot, well, yeah, immunity, Courtney, Matthew, so you can see them, man. You can see them. Let me scroll. I scroll down for all you. So you seen all of them right there, guys. I saw a video of Ting dancing. Let me see if I can get it for you guys. This is it right there, guys. Of Blackmore and Kasani. I think that is Kasani. Yeah, I think so. So I think that was the walk. That was the walk thing that they were doing, and he was dancing and stuff. This is Blackmore and Kasani at the back. They dancing. So I'm seeing him dancing, and I'm asking myself, well, what have you done for Mahu? What have you done for the Mao constituency? Maybe I don't know. Oh, I think there's a hospital. They build a hospital. Not true. Yeah, I think they put a hospital there. But then when they built the hospital, there was one person that they were still complaining about not having the resources that they think. So I guess maybe it's the hospital, the Mao hospital, I'm guessing. Guys, not for the life of me I can understand this. Not for the life of me I can understand this, you know. All you in power for so long. What have you done for Mao? The hospital is the only, well, the healthcare facility, whatever that is the only thing I can think of. And that is something that they have to do. How have you elevated the people of Mao? Yet still you want the people to come and vote for you, but yeah. But anyways, these are the elected candidates apparently. I wish this was all 21 seats. I wish. So when the outside will look in, they will see, hey, what the heck is going on? So you mean to tell me the opposition parties are out there, but none of them contested? Something is wrong. And when they check and go further, they say no electoral reform has been done. And then they would realize, hey, okay, well, something needs to be done in this regard. This is why they have been telling people not to go out and vote. Voting for what? No electoral reform. Anyways, I see it have this one right there. This one is one from Portsmouth. I see Portsmouth on Portsmouth. They were Portsmouth boy. Oh, okay. So two people. Magdalene Heather Vidal. So that is her right there. A number of persons were saying about C's going up or whatnot, but so that is the one for Portsmouth, and then that is the other one right there for Portsmouth. I'll get to that in a while. And this one is 2 candidates for Wesley Woodford Hill, Palm Tree. Guys, I saw this thing. I saw this thing right there. There's a video, but I just took the picture instead. So this you can go and watch it yourself. A sheep herd in Mongolia has been circling since November 4th, 2022. 2 days after Prime Minister Skerrit announced elections, snap elections. The herd has been running around non-stop for 12 days, and the owners and experts are surprised. No one knows why these sheep are behaving so strangely. Remember, I tell you guys, the Bible keeps mentioning human beings as sheep. No one knows why people keep doing the same thing that they're doing in Dominica. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. They keep going in circles, circling, just going back, just circling, doing this same direction, hoping for a different result, hoping for some other direction. They're going in circle. They're constantly going in circle, hoping for something. This is the direct depiction of Dominica right there. We're looking for betterment. You're looking to see, oh, next election come wrong. Let me see if I can get a little money. I get a little money. Okay, next election, let me see me come wrong. Let me see if I can get a little money. Next election come wrong. Let me see if I can get a little more money. None of all you're seeing, hey, maybe we should try to, instead of focusing on us getting a little money, force the government to do things for us. I don't care who it is. Force the government to do things for us so that we can elevate our future, can have a standing. But of course, if you guys saw my previous video, you can check it out. That'll be in the first comment in the comment box below as well, guys. On the whole situation of the new world order that the Prime Minister himself has been stating. Creating the dependency state. So instead of people forcing them to do things, they have become docile in nature to even fight against the very system that is oppressing them. And therefore they will accept whatever they have, whatever they accept. They will accept the culture that has been created. Every election, let me see if we can come and get the money. Every election, let me see if we can get the money. While I go in for the next 5 years, let me, okay, I get a little something. I remember there's an individual in Kulibi Street itself. Kulibi Street. He said he don't have no politician by his house, none of that thing. Yet seeing the politicians them come for him to put up posters, give him a little money. He take it and he putting up the very posters of the very politicians. But human beings have a problem, boy. Human beings have a serious problem there. This is exactly the depiction that I was talking about. They keep circling for 12 days. Dominica has been doing that for 18 years. Boy, look things in that place now. Ah, boy. Anyways, there's something I want to show you guys right there. Very interesting stuff. Stepping aside from the comedy to make a serious post, this individual is stating, I don't get it. Someone please help me understand this, especially my labor scholars on here. I want the labor scholars because there are a number of labor rights watching my videos. So labor scholars, organize me, please. Please help me. You're a party who's been in power for 22 years. On the Skerrit is 18 years. Who has an overwhelming majority in parliament. Your party is under no threat to lose the next general elections, even if it was to call it in 3 years within electoral reform. So this individual is saying, even if there were electoral reform, your party would most likely still win because of these reasons right there. You have resources to mobilize your supporters at home and abroad. Every single entity in the country, from the Polish judicial system, electoral commission, and presidential office, is politically compromised. Yes, they are politically compromised to always work in your favor. Only you know when you call in elections, so you have a competitive advantage and months to prepare before you call an election. True. With all that in your favor, you call a snap elections. The majority opposition party is informed they are not contesting, so victory is clearly for your party. But they know this. They know that because they don't contest, it's going to look kind of interesting to the outside world. What is happening in Dominica? This is why they want, or most likely paying people to come and contest, so that it'll look like it's a normal thing. But thank God 6 constituencies didn't contest, so that might be a little thing, but you have 15 constituencies, which was more than that. But hey, it is what it is. With all that in your favor, you call snap election, the majority opposition parties informed they are not contesting, so victory is clearly your party. I remember when the Prime Minister was just talking opposition. Who is the leader? I tell you, anyways, yet you're spending millions on political campaigns, issuing call-outs, preying on the poor and needy. That's what they tend to do. Not just preying on the poor and needy, you know, guys. But they're also using the jams that people can come in. We have Triple K coming there. We have jams coming. So come together. Let's come. And they're giving people shirts and all kind of things to come. So when people come to the jams now, I remember passing in Mao. There were more people outside Mao in the jams that were taking place than inside the park. I remember passing it jam park. Vehicles hardly could, because people was on the road jamming to vibes. So people come in for the rum and the party. And then because of the rum and the party, the DLP team, they using that and say, hey, they come to support us when they come for the rum and the party. Interesting stuff. Anyways, yet you're spending millions on political campaigns, issuing coolers, praying on the blah, blah, blah. Yet you're yet to present your plans. Have you heard the Prime Minister them presenting their plans on what they're planning to do for Dominica in the next cycle? They so care about Dominica's development. Have they presented these things? Have you guys heard anything about international airport? I haven't. All the thing I hear them talking about is what they have done. Ian saying about they build hospital in 14 days when the building was already there. The establishment was a simulation department that they built. And Ian want to make it seem to the people that don't know. They build hospital in 14 days. Oh, wow. Hey. And based on your track record, even when you do, it will be empty promises. That is the track record right there. Talking about airport since 2014. Next day, as soon as we reach, we'll build the airport. No plans to boost manufacturing, agriculture, and tourism, with only one direct flight from North America traveling to Dominica. Is a nightmare. And of course, when there's weather conditions, they tend to fly to Antigua, go back things. So then they have to come back the next day. And then 2 planes have to come in, which means more fuel is burning on that very thing, which is not always the best thing in Dominica when it comes down to this thing. So this is why international airport is necessary when it comes down to traveling to Dominica. Anyways, where was I? Of course, Dominica is a nightmare, and with only 1,000 hotel rooms, you couldn't even host 3,000 stay-over visitors for World Music Festival. I heard that people were giving their buildings, their rooms and whatnot to be rented and what have you. You boast of being the best leader in the region, yet your country has the lowest GDP, 546 million. Even Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere, has 21 billion. 21. Guys, sorry about that. My computer actually filled up. So I had to clear out some stuff and then go back again. But yeah, even Haiti, if that is the case, that is 21 billion in GDP. Well, 21,017 million in GDP. That's $21 billion. How are you going to address the high unemployment? I guess question mark. How are you going to address the high unemployment? How are you going to tackle inflation and high cost of living? By telling the people that they're going to subsidize when they're not really subsidizing, but making it seem like they're subsidizing even the price is going up. That's how they're making it seem. Whereas actual countries, if you look at other nations in the Caribbean, they're literally stopping and there's caps and they're literally taking on that thing so that the citizens don't feel the extra blunt right there. But we feeling the extra blunt, you know, but they're just saying that they subsidize. Interesting stuff. Just telling people what they want to hear without the actions. This is why you don't follow what people say. A lot of the things that the Prime Minister is saying is kind of, he's saying not pie in the sky promises, but it's clear that it is pie in the sky promises. It's clear that it is pie in the sky promises because he says nice words, but then when you look at the action, there's nothing happening. Nothing happening. But then they come back and say, guys, we have been strong. Look, the Prime Minister himself, even talking about reset. He wants to have a reset because they realized during the only time that they're talking there. I'll be talking about that in the next video, guys. Let's continue. How are you going to tackle these things? When are you going to increase wages for civil servants by at least 5%? They increased theirs once, I remember, by 50%. Who do you think they're really doing things for? For themselves or for the people? That's the question people must ask themselves. When are you going to modernize roads? Oh, they say they're going to modernize roads. They even give nice display pictures. Nice picture, man. Clean streets and all this thing there. Modernizing roads. Oh, nothing has happened as a result of that. Yet still they beat. You know what they modernizing roads? They modernize roads, you know. They make roads like American ghetto. They make it like a first world ghetto country by putting all kind of stupid cubicles in front of Bayfront. Bayfront was supposed to be the beauty of Roseau, where people can come and relax. You have nice little fountains and nice little vibes. They could put little seats here and there. Little, you know, there's people that do it, little nice little, you know, seating arrangements. I probably have a little small plain thing there. Could put something to elevate the standing. No. They make the bayfront a ghetto. Yes, ghetto fabulous. We fabulous. What is your timeline on delivering the geothermal and lowering? Ask for that. Ask for that. Geothermal, we're waiting for geothermal for so long. But we on geothermal, papa. And lowering energy costs. Energy costs increase. Labor rights, when the limited rights are saying, hey, they take over the Domlec. Yes. And guess what happens? Sky prices just fly up in the air. What is your timeline of construction of the international airport? 22-year campaign promise. Interesting. Above all, that you failed to deliver on making Dominica the first climate resilient nation in the world. I remember when there was a World Climate Resilient Summit. Literally, you know, Climate Resilience Summit. Dominica poised itself to be the world's #1 first climate resilient nation. And not even a invite Dominica get. Because they only saying this for the Dominican people to fully Dominican. Hey, we're resilient. Woo! It sounds nice. We're resilient. They call Antigua instead to come on the summit. I see. Let's continue, Papa. We're a resilient nation, man. In the world. Your own words. Bitch slapped all over your face while you were on TV announcing another election. Interesting. You've yet to present your plans for your next term in office. Instead, your campaign measures is we cut them with their pants down. I don't understand what kind of campaign this is. Campaign shouldn't be about debates. I mean, America tends to have debates. Dominica, last election, the opposition leader wanted to debate you in Windsor Park Stadium. Let everybody come together and listen. That is what it's supposed to be. Debate and present your plans so the people can see who is the best candidate under a free and fair election regime. But no debate take place. Who you think you come in and debate? Me? I run things, father. Run things straight into the ground. Tell you, boy. You've yet to present your plans to the next term in office. Instead, your campaign messages, we cut them with their pants down to knee. Who is it you're really caught to knee? The tens of thousands you will have systematically forced into poverty and dependency yet again. The tens of thousands that you will systematically force back into poverty again, so that they can be dependent on you for your new world order thing. They will own nothing and they'll be happy. Oh, but they can control you and do what they want with you, and tell you, okay, no more meat for you, no more rice, no more this, no more that. They'll control you and tell you, okay, having too much. Okay, you travel too much for the year. No more traveling for you. They will control your narrative. I don't know if people understand. Yeah. Anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in this regard. Leave your thoughts in the comment box below. Give this video a thumbs up if you understand it. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification. I'll be dropping another one soon. Definitely look out for that one. And of course, let me know your thoughts in the comment box below, guys, right there and then. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that right there and then. Boom, bam.